Ladies, welcome back. Welcome back on Facebook. It's been a long time. Welcome tonight on Instagram. And welcome on my Alison Vaughn page. So, welcome. It's been a long time, ladies. I have taken a couple of weeks off. I didn't intend to take a couple of weeks off, but it just turned out to be that way. So I hope everyone is doing well. Wave when you sign on. Send me a comment. Let me know who is with me tonight. I really should have put up some posts saying definitively that I was going live tonight, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I hope some of you saw my post from yesterday, I think, or Friday. I'm not sure which day I posted it, where I said I would be on tonight. So I'm back. It feels good to be back. We have to catch up on what's been going on with my hair and my hair journey, and I'd love to hear how you ladies are doing with your journey. All right, so I know the weather is great. People are out. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been on, is people are out and about, and I've been out and about enjoying the nice weather while we have it. But it was time for me to pop back up and catch up. So here I am tonight. We won't be too long. I don't have too much to speak about, but I did want to show my face and catch you guys up on what I have done with my routine. And you can see that I have now changed my hairstyle. I still have the part. I've been wearing the part for a couple of weeks, and I've been wearing this twist out, and I have fallen in love with it. I don't know that I'm going to give up this. I think my laptop is a little crooked. I don't think I'm going to be giving up this twist out anytime soon. All right, so what did I want to start with tonight? So, you know, ladies, I hope you all saw a post I put up a couple of weeks ago about, unfortunately, this is not great news, but I'm going to talk about it live because I have mentioned it on this show before, and clearly I use this product, right? So I don't know if you guys saw the article that I put up about Johnson & Johnson, and there being problems with this OGX line of shampoos and conditioners. Welcome. And clearly I use this, and so if you didn't see it, check out my page. I did put up the article. So there are issues with a chemical that is in some of these products, according to the lawsuit. So I'm going to just say allegedly. There is a chemical in here that they're concerned it's a carcinogen. So there is a lawsuit going on over some of these conditioners and shampoos under this OGX brand. So check out my page, because this conditioner I do use. I've spoken about it before. I absolutely love it. And so I'm very upset to hear the news that this is part of a product line where there are health concerns about it. All right, so if you didn't check out the article or you haven't heard it on your own, it is on my page, so please do check it out. If you use this line OGX, do check the list of products mentioned in the article and compare it to what you might have in your product stash. Okay, so unfortunately, as much as I love this, you know, I have to be wise about what I am putting in my hair. And so to that end, today was wash day, and I did go back to, I did a combination of my own products and using a conditioner. So let's start out with what I'm doing and what I'm using to style my hair for those of you that have not been on the broadcast since I switched my hairstyles. So this is a twist out, right? And what I'm using to set my twist out is, and I've fallen in love with this, and I've shown this before, but for people who did not catch the other episodes, this is Cream of Nature's, welcome. This is Cream of Nature's Pure Honey line, and this is called Moisture Whip Twisting Cream. So this is what I'm using to put these twists in. Now, someone asked me yesterday about how many twists am I putting in my hair to do this. It depends. I'm sectioning my hair into quarters. So front 2 sections, back 2 sections, and then I divide it up from there. So right now what I'm doing, I found that I happen to like more twists and smaller twists. It kind of gives me a fuller effect. I was using fewer twists before, but I've now tweaked it so that I am using more twists. So I am in the front 2 quarters, I am making 3 rows and then 2, so it's 6. Just to make that easy, I'm putting 6, welcome, how are you? I'm putting 6 twists on each side in the front, and then in each quarter in the back, I probably have about 6 as well. All right, and I find that the smaller twist with the 3 rows gives me more volume and more definition, and the only thing that I'm using to set it is this twisting cream. And I have to tell you, now that it's hot outside, normally I would do twists and leave them overnight and not take them out for 24 hours, but it's so warm outside and I started using the blow dry for a few minutes. I only have to leave these in for 4 hours, believe it or not. So I washed my hair today. It's 8:10 here on the eastern coast, right? I finished washing my hair at 3 o'clock today. I put these twists in about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. My hair is 100% dry, and I have really good definition. Okay, so now that it's summertime, I think, ladies, if you want to try out the twist out, you can try it out without having to worry about leaving it in 24 hours minimal before you take them out. So what I did was I put my twists in. I used the blow dryer on them for a few minutes. It's hot out, really hot outside, so sometimes I will go outside, sit in the heat, sit in the sun for about 20 minutes and let it air dry and let the heat dry it naturally. Let it sit for 4 hours, and I've been doing this consistently, I think, for the last 2 weeks, where I am leaving my twists in only for 4 hours, and I'm very happy with the results. I don't know what you think, but I think for 4-hour twists, I think the definition is awesome. All right, so that's number 1. One of the things that I've added to my routine, which I love, and I think I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, is this is As I Am Classic Coconut Co-Wash. And I really like this co-wash. I'm all out, but I'm going to buy this again. So this co-wash, I am using the Ayurvedic herbs, right? So you guys know I use Ayurvedic masks and glosses in my hair. The co-washes work very well in terms of rinsing the masks out. Because now, remember when I started, I wasn't buying hair grade products, right? I was buying food grade products. So the ashwagandha, the henna, the amla, everything that I bought, I was buying things that you can consume, that you can drink. And they tend to be a little bit more gritty than the hair quality. So I've shown you before the products that I bought from hennasilk.com, and those especially ground really fine for your hair. But for some of the herbs, and if you don't mix them right, they can be a little bit gritty, and it is hard to wash all of it out. And so I have found that using the co-wash to wash them out works better than just rinsing your hair out or just trying to like shampoo it again. It gives it like a nice slip, so I think it makes it rinse out easier. All right, so that's just a little tip for you. But I am really deep into using my Ayurvedic herbs once again, and I'm still using the teas that I had mentioned once before. So this week I actually used a new tea, which is hibiscus. All right, so I'm going to read quickly some of the benefits of hibiscus tea. So what I did was I just brewed tea as if you were going to drink it, let it cool, and then I wash my hair out and then rinse my hair with the tea and put a shower cap on and leave it for about 30 minutes before I rinse it out. All right, so let me just read this to you quickly so you'll know the benefits of hibiscus tea. So right now I'm rotating hibiscus tea, green tea, nettle tea, and then I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago, I believe the last time I was on, I am now buying fresh rosemary from the grocery store and sage, and I am boiling that in the pot with the tea. Now personally, I happen to love the smell of that sage. I'm crazy about it, and so I don't mind. I don't know if you will like the smell of the sage, but I happen to like it, and I like the scent of it as it boils. All right, so let's just take a look at hibiscus tea. So now this is great, right? The hibiscus tea, you can drink it, and or you can use it in your hair as a tea rinse. So this article right here has some great information on hibiscus tea. It says, in Ayurveda, hibiscus is one of the most acclaimed herbs for strengthening your hair. I did not know that, because I don't hear about hibiscus tea as much as I hear about some of the other types of teas for your hair. Okay, so this one, it says this helps in hair growth, right? And I think most of us ladies, welcome on Instagram, most of us ladies are interested in growing out our hair. All right, so hibiscus tea is a great source of vitamin C that boosts collagen production in your body. All right, so if you're drinking the tea, which I will start, I have not yet, I've just been using it as a tea rinse for my hair, but I will start to drink it this week. This conditions your hair. Another amazing benefit of hibiscus tea is that dry hair problems can be managed efficiently. Now, that is a great compliment to the Ayurvedic herbs and the masks that I'm using, because some of the herbs tend to be drying. So when you read up on it, they will tell you that when you're using the Ayurvedic masks, to use things like aloe vera powder or aloe vera gel, something that is going to add moisture back into your hair, or you follow it up with a moisturizing conditioner. Okay, so I did today, I bought an aloe vera leaf from the grocery store. You know that I used to use aloe vera in my hair every week. I would use it as a pre-poo, and I kind of got away from it for a while, but I went back to it today and followed up my mask with aloe vera gel, and it was awesome. Okay, so it also conditions your hair. It says another amazing benefit of hibiscus tea is that dry hair problems can be managed efficiently. Okay, I said that. The tea is full of amino acids, which thoroughly conditions your scalp, thereby keeping your hair looking thick, healthy, and shiny. So ladies, again, I think that's something that we all want. And it treats dandruff and controls premature graying. So now the Ayurvedic herbs that I am using in my routine, like today I used Bringraj. So one of the benefits of Bringraj is to slow down the graying, right? So that's something, that's a personal goal of mine, is to decrease the rate at which my hair is graying. And then for those of you who might find yourself graying prematurely, you can look into an herb like the Bringraj Ayurvedic herb, or this hibiscus tea might be an option for you. Then also check out the rosemary and sage. Okay, so those are why I am concentrating on those specific herbs in my hair routine at this time. I have not found a way to color my hair, and so, you know, you guys can kind of see. So I need to slow down the rate at which my hair is graying, and then I also need to condition it. I don't want it to be dry, which, like I said, the herbs can be drying, so you have to be careful. You have to alternate with moisturizing shampoos, moisturizing deep conditioners, and then putting things into your mask or your glosses to add moisture back into the hair. Okay, so you want to be careful that you're not fixing one thing. Yes, welcome. You know, on Instagram, hi. I caught your broadcast the other day, which is how I ended up following you. So welcome and thank you for tuning in. So yes, there are so many Ayurvedic herbs that you can use for different things. There are strengthening herbs, there are herbs to prevent graying, there are herbs that will give you great slip and moisture. Hey Debbie. So fenugreek has a great amount of slip. So I combined, you know, I don't have my box handy. It's right, I could see it, but I can't reach it without stepping away from the camera, so I don't want to do that. But today, in my combination, I used Bringraj because I love Bringraj. I put some aloe vera powder in it for the moisture. I used fenugreek for the slip, right? So that you can detangle your hair easily, and it is supposed to promote great hair growth. So I am trying, because I've had to cut my hair so much over the last 2 or 3 years, I am really trying to recapture the length that I've had to cut off. So I went ahead and put fenugreek in my mix. Now, ladies, I will say this: a couple of weeks ago when I was talking to you about fenugreek, remember I said I was going to lay off the fenugreek because one of the hair groups that I'm in said fenugreek causes your boobs to grow. I don't need that. And so there seemed to be a consensus. A lot of these women were saying yes, once they started using fenugreek, their breasts were increasing. So I said that was it for me and the fenugreek. But because I had bought a box of all these herbs, I still had fenugreek. So I went ahead and put it in a mix. So I combined aloe vera powder today, bhringraj, fenugreek, and amla. So why am I using the amla? Amla is the first ayurvedic herb that I tested out. So amla is good for those of us, these babies' breath getting stuck in my hair. Amla is good for bringing back your natural curl pattern. And I have to tell you, so for those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know the whole saga of me coloring my hair, and I had to stop using the product that I was using to color it. And so I think the color kind of stops right about here. I can't see in the camera too well, but I have about maybe 4 inches of hair that has not been colored, and then the rest of the hair that is, you can see this jet black. But what I'm noticing about my hair, and because it's coming in, it's salt and pepper, the gray hair is a different texture, right? So you heard people talk about your gray hair can be very coarse, and it's very wiry, and it has a mind of its own. So what I'm noticing is that my hair now is starting to grow, and I'm sorry on Instagram for shaking the camera. My hair is starting to grow in straighter, and it is not curling the same way the lower half of my hair is curling. So I am using the amla, and that's the other benefit of doing the twist out, is I'm trying to train my hair at the roots to curl so that it will be uniform and match the rest of it. So amla is great for that. So if you have problems, if your curls are not springy, if they're not snapping back, or let's say you're transitioning, if you've been perming your hair, if you've been straightening it for a long time, and your curls are not doing what you want them to do, amla is a great herb for you to test out, because it will bring in your natural curl pattern. Okay, so that's just another tip. Some of you already knew that, but I put amla in my mix today. Then let me just finish up the hibiscus tea. All right, I got a little bit off track. So we want to, for me, I want to limit the graying. Okay, so then this talks about including hibiscus tea in your diet. Okay, so it says do not confine this magical herb just to your hair. You can also drink it if you want to slim down. So bingo, I'm also trying to slim down, right? So I think I'll be having hibiscus tea on a daily basis. Like I was having the nettle tea on a daily basis. Now, why was I drinking nettle tea on a daily basis? Because nettle tea is also good for helping to slow down and reverse hair loss. And you know, guys, that I was having a problem and a concern with hair loss, so my trichologist suggested nettle tea. So I was drinking the nettle tea every day and using the nettle tea on the weekend as part of the rinse for my hair. All right, so now I'm going to be adding hibiscus into my regimen, and I'll be drinking hibiscus tea and nettle tea every day to try to get my hair under control. All right, so now we know that this can also help you slim down. Okay, the drink can help speed up metabolism and burn fat. That's awesome, ladies, right? Okay, it also contains antioxidant action, and this is, there's a word here, something about the appearance of cellulitis. So if this is going to also decrease the appearance of your cellulite, count me in for that as well too. All right, so it goes on even more. So this, I didn't know anything about hibiscus tea, so this is really informative. So I'm glad I found this particular article. Okay, so it goes on to say, drinking hibiscus tea is not just a great way to detox your body, but it's also a delicious way to increase your water consumption. All right, if you were someone who has really dry, itchy, flaky skin, you would immensely benefit from the hydrating properties of hibiscus tea. So this tea right now seems to just be a win-win, ladies. I don't think we can really go wrong with this tea, right? All right, so the tea also cleanses the body from accumulated toxins and prevents aging. Bingo! It's also useful for the nervous system and its regulation of anthocyanin, which gives the red color to the tea. Not only makes it more appetizing, but also strengthens the walls of blood vessels and better transfers the nutrients to your skin. So isn't this awesome? I didn't know any of this. I didn't know. All right, but then it has a caution down here. So let's see what the caution is. I didn't read this before coming live, so I'm learning this with you. All right, caution. Though hibiscus tea is an amazing drink and packs a lot of essential vitamins and nutrients, here's a word of caution. Too much of it is not good and can cause issues with the normal functioning of your body. Therefore, to avoid such problems, it's best to consume no more than 2 to 3 cups of hibiscus tea in a week. All right, so I won't be drinking this every day, and I'm glad I read this caution. If you drink too much, it can cause a lot of severe problems. One of the biggest and most common side effects of drinking too much hibiscus tea is that it causes dizziness and fatigue, which is a common result of the fluctuation in your blood pressure. All right, ladies, so this seems like I will only be having, what did this say? No more than 2 to 3 cups of hibiscus tea in a week. So, you know, maybe that means I'll have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'll probably do 3 days a week and then keep it at that. All right, so that was great information. I hope you all found that was beneficial. I thought that was great information, and it's definitely something that I want to keep in my routine. Now, I think I also mentioned this to you, and I started putting this in my oil mixture, pumpkin seed oil. So this is organic pumpkin seed oil, and I spoke about this once again. So this says specifically for hair growth, pure and all natural. So I mix a couple of essential oils in with things like grapeseed oil, coconut oil, and then some store-bought oils, and I massage this on my scalp a couple of times a week. Now, you guys know recently that I went to the dermatologist to have my scalp checked out, and I also was seeing a trichologist. One thing that I noticed on the list of items from the dermatologist in terms of treating hair loss was pumpkin seed oil. So I just add a couple of drops of this. This is not medical. Let me go back and give a disclaimer. None of this is medical advice. This is what I'm doing based on what I've learned or my experience with my dermatologist or trichologist, but I'm not offering medical advice. I'm sharing information. I am putting a couple of drops of pumpkin seed oil in my mixture and massaging my scalp a couple of times a week, okay? So hopefully this will yield some great results. Today, with wash day, you know what I did? So I said I went back and I used some aloe vera today. I went to the grocery store, I got a fresh aloe vera leaf, and I put it in the blender. Now, the one thing, the tip, and I've shared this before, the one thing about putting an aloe vera leaf in the blender is that you have to strain it when it's done. So what I did was I just went to the dollar store and I bought a bunch of knee highs. And I like to strain it through my knee highs. Okay, so I bought knee highs just for that. And I put the aloe vera gel in the blender, mix it up, mix it good, and then strain it through something like the pantyhose. That will capture what I'm going to refer to as like the pulp, the meat of the aloe vera, because it will stick in your hair. And then I find that is very hard to wash out. Once that gets stuck in your hair, and then for anybody who blow dries your hair, you will see when you blow dry your hair, if you've not gotten that aloe vera all the way out of your hair, you will start to see flakes blow as you're drying your hair. All right, or sometimes you'll have like pieces of pulp in it. So this is my tip to you ladies. Always strain your aloe vera gel if you throw it in the blender. It's very hydrating. It's great for detangling your hair, and it gives that slip that we talk about when dealing with natural hair and wanting to detangle it and having the comb or your fingers be able to just slide through your hair. Aloe vera gel is great for that. Now normally I'll cut the aloe vera leaf and I will just rub it, peel it and then rub it in my hair, and I like to twist my hair and leave that for a little while. But today I happen to have an avocado in the kitchen, and I thought to myself, you know what, the avocado was about to go bad. It wasn't where I was going to eat it, but I didn't want to waste it, so I cut it and I took what I could out of it. I salvaged what I could, and I said, you know what, I'll throw it in the blender with the aloe vera. Now that's something that I used to do on a regular basis. About 2 years ago, I used to use avocados regularly in my hair and aloe vera. So I said, you know what, I have both. I'll throw them in the blender. I put in a little bit of what did I put in today? Grapeseed oil. And then I have this honey and sage deep conditioner. This is by Aloe Naturals. Let me show this to you, because I always like for you to get a good look at it. This has a strong smell to it, but I'm not going to say it's an unpleasant smell. But it does, when you open it, you do smell it. So I decided to take this and mix this with the avocado and the aloe vera and put this in my hair. Now, why did I do all of that? I did all of that again because I was afraid of drying my hair out with all of the herbs that I put in my mask today. And so I wanted to make sure that after I rinsed the mask out that I put the moisture back in my hair. So I took this, put this in a bowl with the aloe vera and the avocado. I threw the avocado in the blender with the aloe vera after I strained it and got out all of what I didn't want in it. And then I put it all in a bowl and combined it and put that in my hair today. And I left it in for about an hour, and I used my hand steamer. And I will tell you, I was so happy with the results that I said I'm going to go back to using the avocado and the aloe vera. I'm sorry, you guys. My laptop, I have my laptop, so I've got 2 iPhones and my laptop, and my laptop looks like it's a little crooked. I look a little lopsided here. It's bothering me. I said I'm going to go back to making more of my conditioners in the kitchen again. So that was something that I kind of got away from because I was using the herbs every week. I was rotating the herbs. But I was so pleased with the amount of moisture that I had in my hair today when I washed out the aloe vera and this conditioner with the avocado that I said, I think I need to go back to using the aloe vera. And I think because, like I said, the gray hair at my roots, it's coarse and it's wiry, that I think that aloe vera is what I need to kind of soften the gray hair. Okay, so that's what I did for wash day today. Something else that I have been using in my mixture is this Queen Helene cholesterol with argan oil conditioner. Now this is something a few years back one of my beauticians suggested I was using, that suggested that I used when I was having problems with my hair. And this one says hair conditioning cream restores shine and resilience, great for dry, frizzy, and damaged hair. So I will take usually about a scoop of this and then mix it in with some other conditioners. All right, so I like it. And then also, you know, what she actually told me to do with the cholesterol was to put an egg in it. But when I use eggs, I use just the yolk because I don't necessarily want any additional protein and to make my hair hard. I just want the yolk to add the moisture. So sometimes I will take this cholesterol and add an egg yolk in it and whip it up and then apply that to my hair, put a shower cap on, and then sit under my heating cap. All right, or now that I have the steamer, I like to use the steamer as well. So I haven't been using the heating cap as much because I like the handheld steamer. Okay, because you know, when I'm using the handheld steamer, I can use the steamer with one hand, and then as I apply the heat, I can also massage my scalp at the same time with the heat as it's opening up my pores. So I think that's you know, that's a benefit for me, that I can actually do my scalp massage as I'm putting the moisture back in and condition. Okay, wait, I gotta move these. I have to move this. Sorry, ladies. This is, just see if I can push it back. It's sticking me. All right, so let me see what else do I have. Okay, so the last thing that I have is, you all know that there's a beauty salon in Miami that I wish was near me that I could get to, right? And I've spoken about this before, that they take heads of hair that come in that look really dried out, and they use their product on them, and they also give them like a steam treatment. And when these ladies are done, their hair is beautiful, and it just, like, when they shake their head like this, it's just blowing in the wind. The definition is great. It looks moisturized, it looks healthy, and it's just like they work miracles on people's hair. Well, they actually are selling it, so I had to buy it for myself. Now, I haven't had a chance to use this, and I wanted to use this today so that I could style my hair with it for the live tonight and talk to you about it. But the weather here this morning, it was rainy and it was humid and it was awful, and so I wanted to, when I use this, I want to be able to go outside and take some pictures in the daylight and really get some nice shots for you so that you can see how well this works. And I knew with the rain and the humidity and the moisture in the air, there was no way that I was going to be able to style my hair and then go outside and get good pictures. So I said, I'm just going to hold off. I'll use this next weekend, and then when I come back on next week, my hair should be freshly styled with this, and then we'll talk about it. But let me open this up. This is called Nurture Healthy Curls Water Locking Gel. So this is going to be interesting because, you know, I don't use gel in my hair as a regular rule. But because their work is so amazing and looks so amazing to me, that I had to buy this. So let's see, I don't want to spill this on my laptop, but can you see? Let's see, it's on the cap, so it's clear. I don't think the laptop is picking it up too well, but let's see. So I'll just kind of, so this is exactly what they said. It's like a gel. This is almost like, remember, what's it, like rubber glue in school? You remember like rubber glue that, I think that's what you call it, right? Like rubber glue that comes in a bottle. That's what this feels like. But I cannot wait to use this and see what my hair does with this gel. I am so excited. I hope this gives me the results that I'm looking for, because I watch their page all the time and I am just blown away by how they transform these women's hair. All right, okay, so this is still, look, flowers in the back of my hair. All right, so I think that is everything, ladies, that I wanted to share with you tonight. It feels good to be back. I didn't mean to be gone so long, but I will be back next week, because as long as the weather holds up next weekend, or maybe, you know, I might have to do it during the week, I will use this, but I have to be able to get out and get some great pictures for you. So yesterday, I had a graduation party to go to, so I did my hair yesterday in twists, and it came out lovely. But unfortunately, ladies, I could not get one good picture for you. And I was disappointed because I was so happy with the results. It was, it looked moisturized. The definition was great. It held. I had the curls on the bottom. I thought it came out, you know, 9.5 out of 10, I would give it. And every single picture I took, and I took pictures with 2 different cameras, I couldn't get one picture for you that I would be comfortable posting, you know. So unfortunately, I'll have to try it again. But yeah, I was trying to get some new content for you guys, but I don't know. You know, it's like that. Some days I go outside to take pictures. Some days I take literally 100 pictures and I've got to delete all of them, like all 100. There's nothing that I would post. And then other days I can go outside and I will get maybe 5 or 6 good shots. But yesterday was not one of those days. I just did not photograph well at all. So I deleted everything. I had to delete everything off of both cameras, unfortunately. But it's like that sometimes. All right. So that is it. Does anybody have, let me just see. I don't see any comments. Let's see. Hi, Allison. I love your look today. Your hair looks well moisturized. Thank you, Debbie. Now, see, I didn't see your comment. All I saw is it asked, do I want to bring you on live? Now, Debbie, look at this. When you and I were on Facebook Live and I wanted to bring you on live, I couldn't get you on live, right? And now you're on today and it says Deborah Williams is watching. Do I want to bring you on camera? But when I wanted to bring you on camera, we could not get it to work for anything. So can you imagine that? Unbelievable. So yeah, now it's asking me, do I want to bring you on? But we'll have to come back again and you and I will have to do another live. All right. I'll talk to you after the live, Debbie. I'd like to know how your mom is doing and how everything is going. All right. Ladies, any questions, any comments? I'm sorry that I've been gone so long. Hopefully I'll have some good new content for you this week if I can get outside and get some pictures. And if anybody has a suggestion on what you're using to color your hair, please let me know. I would love to know. I would like to solve this issue. And you know, I did post not on Maintaining My Crown, but those of you on my personal Allison Vaughn page know that I saw a cousin of mine this week who was playing, she plays the congas and the bongos, and she was out playing not too far from my house. And that day I really didn't plan on going anywhere or doing anything, and so it was hot, so I just pulled my hair up. And I love to pull my hair up, but I can't pull my hair up anymore because I can't figure out how to color this hair, so I kind of have to keep it down to cover up the gray, and then I have some copper in here. But if anybody has a product that you're using to color your hair that you love and it doesn't dry your hair out or change the texture, please leave me a comment or like send me a personal message or a DM or something. All right, I need to find a permanent solution to coloring my hair, so I'm open for any suggestions that people have. All right, so other than that, everyone have a great night, and thank you on Instagram for joining me. You know, I don't come on Instagram as much or sometimes I come on, but I have a problem saving the videos. Every time I try to save the videos, for some reason they get deleted. So I kind of get frustrated with Instagram, so I don't go live on Instagram as much. You know, but usually I'm on Facebook. Kimberly! Hi, Kimberly, how are you? I didn't know you were watching. See, it didn't even tell me anybody was watching on Maintaining My Crown on Facebook. So good to see you, Kimberly, and thank you so much for watching. And yes, I'm glad that you found the tips helpful. Great. You know, like I said, I learned a lot of information about the hibiscus tea, so I will be having hibiscus tea tomorrow. All right, now the one thing, I'll say this, the one thing about the hibiscus tea, and I don't know that I would be mad at it, but if you leave the hibiscus tea, it says like for blonde, if you have blonde hair, your hair will pick up, because when you make the hibiscus tea, I have some on my stove from my rinse today, it turns red. So it will kind of like the color of these carnations, the water is that color. And it says your hair will pick up this kind of tint. I don't know that I would be that mad, because you guys know that I like that burgundy color change wax. And so I don't know that I'd be mad if my hair picked up that tint. And I'd rather have the burgundy than this copper color over here, honestly. I really would. So anyway, that was informative for myself as well, Kimberly, with the hibiscus tea. I learned a lot tonight, so that was awesome. All right, so other than that, I don't have anything else for you ladies. It feels good to be back. And so hopefully I will see you all next Sunday, and I'll be able to tell you how I like this product, this gel from Nurture. All right, I've been waiting a long time for them to put this on the market. So that's it for me tonight, ladies. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and Debbie, I will catch up with you. And then Kimberly, hopefully I can get my act together this week and come on in the morning and do some more prayers. All right, praying, prayer tips or something like that, some scriptures. I really need to get on the ball with that. All right, so ladies, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see you again. All right, thank you so much for joining. It's been a pleasure tonight. All right, good to see everyone. Thank you all. Bye.